This is the Maruti Suzuki Alto K10. It is the second most selling car in India right now, first being the Maruti Suzuki Dzire.
First, a little overview. The first Maruti Suzuki Alto K10 was launched in India in the year 2000, equipped with a 796cc engine with a 5-speed manual transmission.
Now this is a 2014 model of Alto K10 which comes with a 998cc engine and produces a 67 crank horsepower and a 90 Newton meter of torque.
The Alto lineup has been leading massive sales figure for Maruti Suzuki since its inception. In fact, in 2018, almost 257,000 units were sold.
Starting up front in the headlamps, if we see, there are normal halogen headlamps, which is the industry standard at this price point, and they're okay. But if we see down below, there are no fog lamps in this car, which is quite odd, because if we see the manual version of this very Alto K10 has a lower price point and still features the fog lamp. Moving on to the interior in this car, I would like to direct your attention to the gear lever. It is a normal R&D automatic transmission, but the unusual thing is that when you put this car into manual mode, for up shifts you have to pull down, but for down shifts you have to push up. Now this seems reversed, but the theory behind this is that when you are accelerating, your body weight goes back and hence you have to upshift by pulling back. But when you are braking, your body weight goes forward and you have to downshift by pulling forward. Next up are the window controls for this car. Now you're used to finding these controls on the door sills, but in this car they're in the center console. Now this takes a little bit of getting used to. But the other thing is that the power controls for these windows are only for the front seats. In the back seats, you have the old school rotating windows.
Moving on towards the practicality in this car, we can see that there's a small storage space in the center console which can be used to store small items like a mobile phone or wallet.
We also have small storage cubbies in the doors itself.
And for all those teeniest and tiniest things you can ever think of, Maruti has given you a special storage cubby adjacent to the AC vents.
Another interesting thing in this car is that this car doesn't have cup holders. Now a lot of cars don't have cup holders, but I find it particularly interesting in this car is because all Alto K10s, whether you buy the lowest model, mid model or the top model, all of them have cup holders. But the automatic one doesn't have it. So you pay more and you don't have a cup holder in your car. Now let's talk about passenger comfort in this car. Initial impressions are that I have quite good legroom in this car and I can adjust my seat according to my wish using the manual controls. The other thing is that the seats in this car are quite soft and comfy, which makes it a good commuter for long road trips, and I will feel quite comfortable in this car. Now moving to the back seats in this car, my initial impressions would be that the seat material is quite good, the same as the front one, the soft and the comfy material. But my only concern is that for an adult, the legroom in this car is quite less. But for children, it will be just fine.
Now back here in the trunk space, we can see that it is quite conservative. But now, given that it's a small car, we can't really ask for more. Here I have with me 2 handbags and 1 backpack. This is the typical amount of luggage that a family would take along with them for a weekend trip. Now we can see that this car can store this amount of luggage very easily.
Driving the Alto K10. Initial impressions for the car is that the cabin noise in this car is quite less. Take a turn over here. The turning radius for this car is very low. The handling is quite good. As soon as I turn the steering wheel, the car starts turning. There is no play to the steering wheel. One other thing is that the visibility in this car is quite good. I can see well over the A pillars. The B pillars have quite good visibility over them, and rear view mirrors are of decent size. I can see everything behind me. Okay, so now let's try giving it some gas. Yeah, the acceleration in this car is quite good, just according to a family car would need. and not too much, not too low. The other thing is that the company states that this car can do 0 to 100 in 13.3 seconds. We did try that, but unfortunately we couldn't get that on camera. We got up to 15.5 seconds. In the beginning, we asked this question, that is the Alto K10 worth the hype? And our take on that would be, to some extent it is, and it has two main reasons behind it. The first reason is the heritage of the Maruti brand and the trust that people have on Maruti cars. And the second reason is the low price and low maintenance cost of this car compared to its competitors like the Hyundai Eon.
Considering every aspect of the Alto K10, we suggest it is suitable for a small family. Now, the reason we say a small family is due to the lack of the storage space in the cabin and the minimal legroom in the back seats.
The most fun thing about this car, according to me, is its small form factor. I know where each and every corner of the car is, which makes it very easy to handle and contributes to a great driving experience. Another thing about this car is its high ground clearance, which makes it perfect for Indian roads. Now that was a comprehensive tour of the 2014 Maruti Alto K10. Prices and costs related to this car have been displayed on your screen.